Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Haven't seen you since last year. Feels like 2023. You believe it? Still feels like 2019 to me. Like hourglass through the fingers. I'm gonna tell some off-color jokes. Maybe build a string of three. It's the perfect time. The new year is the perfect time to build Christmas gifts, what you promised to your baby doll in the previous. We were at one of them fancy designer stores and saw this big skookum towel rack. $100 for a towel rack? We'll build it with the money we save. Baby sugar, honey, darling, I make that half as ugly for you and twice as price. Something about shiny little shark teeth gnawing their way through a stalk of cold roll. Just warms the cockles of your heart. Now this, gonna go like so in fives. Why fives? Because 5 is one better than 4. When you're doing decor, you don't want even number stuff. It looks funny. So either 3 or 5 or 7, yay. Now this is gonna get welded on the backside and then here with the, the thing for the thing. Five. Now we got the guaranteed viral thumbnail. We'll go upstairs, flash up the confuser, see what kind of updates Confusion 360 needs before it'll chooch. Fool me twice. You ain't gonna fool me again. Stoke up the hearth so it ain't stone dead. Well, Confusion does its Donner Party routine. How you doing in there, Feifel? Oh, you got a friend. Got a little rank. Those things. Bucket traps. Hot computer love, compliments of Autodesk. Never matters how good the stimulation is, it's never as good as real life. I told my baby doll once, my love was like a computer. Either 1 or 0, on or off. Says she to me, I much prefer a hard drive to a 3.5-inch floppy. Here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna do the stimulation. You know it's a tough row to hoe when your wife is smarter than you is, but like plowing a field. The more practice, the more better. We're going to knock those holes in there and that will index for our weldments. Take off all that stock. We don't know where it's going to be, so we got to be real careful. We'll just take it all as if it was one piece. And we could machine this out of one piece, only it's expensive as crap and I don't have the one piece. Also, this would bend like a banana once you take all that material off, and you'd have to rebend it. Now we will have to rebend it because this is a 1/4 inch and we're using 3/8 material, but not nearly as bad as if we were taking all this full 7/8 fractions. Alfalfa's doing well. Fancy grass, not so much. Ryegrass, maybe. I think the fancy grass prefers better drainage. Got the old horsepower warming up here. It long ago proved to me that it is but a tool, like your mind. You can set it aside. This thing is a tool. There's no magic in there. It doesn't do any thinking for itself. And if you tell it to drill through the center of the universe, it will gladly do so to prove its intransigent unsentience. These guys, however, are magic. Green babies. As many of you have learned, I just recently, they're good for the soul. Make you happy. It's the strangest thing. They keep you nice, in the historical sense of the word, ignorant and dumb. That's right, that's what nice means. We're just checking the tools we're going to use. This is a 19mm U drill with inserts. Make sure it's the right length and the confuser knows where it's at and all that kind of stuff. If you're looking to get into CNC machining, the easiest way to do it is to go to school. You pay somebody and they set up a whole framework for you, you know, a little walled garden where you're safe in that walled garden. You just pay the money like you do your rent, and they'll tell you when to go eat and when to sit and study and when to machine, you know, what projects, what kind of, all that kind of thing. That's the easiest way to do it. Hardest way is probably learning on your own, but seeing as how I'm not very compliant anymore and I get more and more recalcitrant, I did it as a hobby to learn. And yeah, I still got lots to learn. There's something to be said for credentialism. You go through a course, you get a certificate. A certificate means something. It means you passed the course. So there's some trust there inherent. But also, when you're an autodidact, what you can do is just make things. Because ultimately, if you're machining, that's what you're going to be doing, is making stuff. So if you can get your foot in the door and show some cool shit. Also, I mean, the internet, come on. You can learn anything on YouTube. Well, not anything, but you can learn a lot of regular stuff on YouTube. Other good thing about certification, it's easier to get hired on because there's some built-in bullshittery. That is, you can put up, you're compliant enough to put up with the system. You're gonna have bad professors. You're gonna have bullshit assignments. Oh, that's not gonna work. Ah, fuck. Skip signal found the probe hit something while it was moving in the Z when it should have hit something while it was moving in the X. So it faulted out, and the problem with the Haas control is that it only allows you to move the Z up and away, and then you got to reset the whole control. Something funny going on there. It won't just, it just will not let you run after this. The only way is the old Windows XP blue screen of death routine. Alt Control Delete. So we go handle jog Z and see if we can jog away. It is not. Skip signal found. Handle jog Z, jog away. So we can go up, but we can't go down. Fucker. I ought to hit reset and just stopped it. However, I'm not that smart. Hello. Yes. Rule the first of machining, and CNC machining in particular: if you ain't sure it's going to work, it ain't going to work. So we put it in graphic mode here, and then we run the program, and it's going to see if we got all our tools, and we also watch the Z height, make sure it's not going to run through the surface of the moon. That's it. Drill some holes. That's a simple program, so I just stopped it here, and we'll look at that Z height, 1/4 inch to go, and then we look at the workpiece. That looks about right, but just in case, we'll slow everything right down, feed rate and rapids. It occurs to me we have absolutely no requirement for a pilot with those U-drills. However, this machine doesn't know any better. Apparently, neither do I. I was just going to start up the through spindle coolant. We're going to go to 5%. We're going to bring the feed rate right down. pretty much what I see too. Now it should be real squealy in the center where the cantilever is, where it's not supported. So we'll just run the feed rate slower. Less axial load. Harder on the inserts, but I hear they make them in factories every day. Now we're going to affix the 1x1 blocks with some weldment, but there's something funny going on there. Simple part, I cocked it up on the one end. 880 thou. On the other end, 100 and, yeah, shift it over. I don't know if I probed it wrong or if I programmed it wrong. I don't know, boss. It's like night shift probed the X wrong. Wait, what? What the F, yo? I must have my model wrong. Yeah, she's already mad at me. It's past supper, but I'm gonna have another poke at this tomorrow. It's your boy. We're back in the shop for some proper bumblefuckery. It occurs to me we could somehow figure out a way to get these clamping devices closer together. We wouldn't have this hogged out section here. Got to be a way to do that. Also, well, third try's the charm. As much as we'd like to blame them pixie ones and zeros wranglers over at Autodesk, it's clear the fault lies that fucking night shift. One side's shorter than t'other. Not a problem. That's why dog made whiteout. Oh no, I want to go positive. 1/4 inch. Bloop. Bob's your auntie. Apologize for the cataracts. A little late, but shield's down. We're gonna come in past the ryegrass and face the nubbins off with a shell mill. And then we'll also take a bunch of material off with the shell mill because why not? At the 1/8 end mill in there, just cleaning it up. And then we'll be able to turn it 90 degrees, reprobe it, and cut the slots. The beauty about having green babies, you can't go anywhere while the machine's running. It's, you know, you're scrolling, so it's not like you're gonna catch a crash, but you know, you might be able to put a fire out if and it happens. But the green babies are fantastic. I've perfected the art of getting poor slowly. This is a get-rich-quick scheme. Stress-free plants. What you give to your friends with the brown thumbs. Not to be racist or anything, but you know, it's stressful trying to take care of a green baby, so if it comes pre-dead, it's the ultimate gift for because I care and I also know you so well. It's tight, but according to my math, I got 20 thou in the difference. Something wrong there. It's supposed to take more material off. That 3/8 plate is supposed to be but 1/4 inch. Have a little step. They got something wrong in the modeling. I just got to go down 1/4 inch, so we're gonna run those last two, the Tool 81, which is the 1/2 inch end mill, and then the 1/8 end mill in the collet. We'll just run those, and then we'll be able to flip her over. All right, we got her lined up here. Now we're just gonna go in there with a 1/2 inch end mill and slut those out. Eh? Ooh, LaFance. Christmas done. Thanks for watching. Keep your dick in a vice.